Hey there folks, Pliskin by 51mm, and tonight I'm doing kind of this video here, more like I guess you could kind of say it's an update, I suppose, in the sense of like stuff I've got. To start with, for the AK, I got it a new single point sling. That should be arriving soon. I forget the brand of single point sling I got for it. I could check that real quick. Hold on. Alright, so I've got my computer sitting there with Amazon on it. And it's called a Jamiz Ibe. It's a weird name. But it's a single point sling. It's fully adjustable. I have to put the name of what it's called in the video to let you guys see. This one's alright. This single point sling on my M70 is okay, but it could be a little bit longer. It kind of digs into my throat, and so I decided to go with something different. I've got more M855 5.56 green tip Winchester ammo coming for the new AR for my current Oracle, and then I've got, I bought 100 rounds of it, and it's going to be split between them, but when I get the lower for the new AR upper, I'll be using the M855 the most, so that way I can, sight it in and see how it runs. But that green tip stuff, it ran pretty good on my Oracle as well. I also got 40 rounds of Remington, or not Remington, it's American Rifleman 308 Winchester ammo for the M1A coming. I got so much 308 that I could, like what I've got now, I could use in the new M1A, the Bula one that I'm going to get. But, I figured just may as well get some more on hand, because my M1A really liked that American Eagle. It's Federal, what did I call it? I forget what it's American Eagle. I already forgot. I literally just woke up a little bit ago. I've been asleep. I fell asleep, and I went to sleep at 6 in the afternoon. Didn't wake up till 11, and it's like, let's see what time it is right now. Literally 2. So I've only been awake for like 3 hours at max. So I'm still kind of groggy from that, but because I've just been laying around. I've been wore out from work. But it's American Eagle 308 Winchester by Federal. And my M1A really liked that stuff when I shot it. I don't know if I've ever done an ammo test with it per se. I don't think I ever got around to doing an ammo test with it. But it grouped it pretty good when I did shoot it at like pop bottles and stuff. So I'll finally get some on paper, and then I've got plenty left over. I've got plenty of 308 for the new M14 that I hope to buy. Well, not hope, plan to buy. My bad. I've got the money for it to buy it. And I'm in the process. I'm on bulkammo.com. Yes, bulkammo.com, and I'm buying, I think, 100 rounds of 22 Magnum for my Winchester model 1894 22 Magnum lever action rifle that my grandpa left for me when he passed away. So I've got it's jacketed hollow point ammunition too for that lever gun, so I can go squirrel hunting with it, and I hope to do more videos with that rifle too. But another thing I was going to talk about real quick, I need advice on a rear sight for my Black Rain Ordnance M4 upper, AR15 upper that I bought. I'm not as knowledgeable on rear sights as I am, like, say, optics like this. And the reason for that is all the guns that I've ever bought or owned that came with iron sights already came with them, already on. So I didn't really need to look up any new type of iron sights. But when it comes to the AR-15, there are so many different, models and types and versions that you can buy. It's kind of got me a little bit overwhelmed, and I'm not sure what to go with. So that's why I'm asking you guys if you guys have any questions, or not questions, any options that I could choose from for a rear sight, flip up sight for an AR15 upper. I'm all ears, and I'll go with whatever is suggested to be the best. Because I really don't know where to start looking for rear sights for my Black Rain Ordnance upper. I did try to buy earlier today. I tried to buy a H&K 416 rear sight diopter, with it's a turntable type sight, like it's got like an open sight, or it's like a V, then you get the apertures, like you get one that's like this, and you get smaller and smaller. I tried to get one of those, but I got on a forum and I read that those do not work with the M16 style front sight that comes on the traditional style gas blocks for the AR15. I know this is an AK, I'm just using this as reference, but they said the HK416 drum rear sight sits too high for the traditional, A1 style gas block on the M16, M4 style rifles, and I want to leave that on there. I could always switch that out and put a flip up front sight on, but I want to leave it on because I like the look of the old style A1 front sights. I don't have my upper here. I just have this, showing the AK off, but I don't have my upper here. I left it down at my dad's. I left it down at his place. So, any suggestions you guys have on any type of flip-up sight? Preferably, if you guys have any information on, and, it's not like I'm going to rely solely on everybody else. I'll be doing my own research, but if somebody could, post a link to one, and I could, or have any information on the various different types, because I'm kind of up in the air. It's like, they have so many different models and stuff that to choose from. I really don't know where to go. I'm trying to go for one that's got an open ghost ring in the back, but then you could flip it to an aperture where it's tighter in the back. Like a flip up. You can go from close range to long range a little bit. So that's what I've got in mind. But if you guys have any suggestions or know any rear sights that would be the best, or that you guys have used personally or you've seen reviewed, drop any suggestions you want. I'd greatly appreciate it. Another thing too is I almost bought yesterday a Canik competition handgun. I know the name of it was a Canik. Their striker fired like a Glock. It was a 9mm, and it had the extended slide with porting in the slide and on the barrel. And I almost bought it because I was, the guy said it holds 20 rounds, 9mm per mag. I liked the slide, and the trigger on it was nice. It was real light, and then I took the mag out, racked the slide, and then let it go, and the reset was click. It was nice, but it was $600 after taxes, and it was tempting. It was tempting. There's always one that gets away. It was tempting. I almost came in a hair of buying it, but I was I want to get that Bula Defense M14. So, he'll obviously probably have more of them later on, and I'll go back and get it. But I almost got it. It was right there. It was tempting. Okay, I clicked that. The laser's off. Other things I've got going on right now, well, Christmas is almost here. We get 5-day vacation on Christmas. Amazon was generous enough to give us Christmas Eve and Christmas Day off, so in that 5 day span from Thursday to, or from, what is it, no, Friday to Tuesday of next week, I hope to get down and go shoot. Because I haven't been able to shoot. The weather's been abhorrent. Been raining and frost on the road and all that. And not to mention I'm tired. I basically had to take control of a whole line by myself there Saturday. The regular PG. Now PG stands for Process Guide in Amazon. He was on vacation. I don't blame him. He's a good guy. He needed a break. But I got put into his role and I had to run that whole line telling people what to do. And that was a bit taxing. While also having other duties that I had to fulfill because I was still like, you know, a guy had to go get totes and stack pallets and stuff. So that was a bit rugged. So my batteries are pretty low, and if you can hear me while I talk, you know, I've messed up a few things talking and all that. So that's the reason why. But yeah, mostly did this little video here to let you guys know what I've got coming in. You know, I've got ammo coming in, got a new sling for the AK coming in, and just wanting some suggestions on rear sights. Another thing I've got going on is I'm going to do a review. I'll probably do that either here a little bit later on tonight, and then like film it and then upload it tomorrow, or do it tomorrow night and then, you know, set it to where it uploads later in the week. But I'm going to do a review of the Drago rifle case that I use to transport my AK around, because I've had it for nearly a year. I got it back in April, I think. That Drago rifle case, flat dark earth, that thing is nice. It's come in handy so well. And I figured I'd do a review or more of a first impressions type deal for you guys, because it holds the AK very well, and I can even, and I'll bring this up in the video too, but I might as well do it right now too. I can pack an AK or rifle of similar length to the AK, and then also transport this katana. This new katana I got. I know I haven't showed it off much. This thing's nice. It's so sharp. It's so sharp. You know how you can like thumb your thumb across the blade to see how sharp it is? I know it's in the sheath right now, but I'm scared, actually scared to do it with this sword, because the katana is just so sharp on its own. But I can pack both the katana and the AK in the same pack and it not weigh anything. Here, I'll open it up just a little bit so you guys can see the blade. I haven't showed my katana off much since I purchased it. Ain't that pretty? Razor sharp. That thing is scary. I love it. Figured I'd show that off. But yes, the Drago case, I can carry this and the AK at the same time. So a review of that will be coming soon, because I plan to transport my Bula M14 in it when I get it purchased. I have other intentions for the M1A, or the Bula M14 too. I have this AK here set up with a Russian Perst 4 Gen 3.0 and a KE2C Surefire clone. But I think I'm going to go a different route with the Bula M14. I'm going to have it set up for close range, but I think I'm going to get a Russian Perst 2. Because the Perst 2 is, you can get it with a green laser, and it has a flashlight built into it, or as they call it, an illuminator, so that way it's less weight. See, I'm fine with that up here on the AK, having both the light and laser on the AK, because the AK from the onset's already kind of a lightweight gun. But the Bula M14, I don't know. You know, this is what I got cooking in my head. things I'm wanting to do. I'm just letting you guys know, doing a little update discussion video. But depending on how front heavy it is, I may just put the Purse 2, Russian Purse 2 light laser combo on that and have it all slaved to one pressure pad. Like, how I have the pressure pad for my Purse 4. But I don't know. See if it seems pretty well balanced, because I did hold Bula M14s at the 2019 NRA annual meetings and exhibits, and they were lighter than the Springfield M1As. So I'll see, but that's what I've got thought up for attachments for the Bula. And I'm also working on an EDC bag here, because my sister bought me this duffel bag here. We had an early Christmas. And I'm planning on doing all sorts of stuff with this. I may even still carry a M1 carbine pistol in it as well. Because I watched a video a while back where a dude made a pretty good little series of videos, or a video, where he keeps his sidearm on his hip, but he also has a backpack gun. It's a pistol, of course, and I have to see what Indiana laws say about that. But if you can pack 2 of them, I may do that, because for travel in areas I'm not familiar with, and have like an M1 carbine pistol in this. Because I've been looking at those. Those look pretty nice. They're made by Inland Manufacturing. They're called the M1 Carbine Advisor Pistol. And I may have that as like a backup weapon for the SPO1 for my EDC. Because I intend to have, once I get this thing fleshed out, I may have it with me everywhere I go. I don't know. Just just ideas I've got floating around. But anyway, I got a lot of ammo coming. Got some 5.56, some 308, 22 Magnum, and other things going on. Got a review coming up. Figured I'd just do this little video, ask for some help on AR15 rear sights. One last look at the M70 before I go. I'll catch you guys all in the next video.